Uh, now, in this video, we are going to know about a new chapter, Ionic and the Covalent bond. And it is the first time like that there is introductions as well as the some brief, not too much, but small brief about the Ionic and Covalent bond. What is this bond? We will study. But before we begin, we have to start that what is the atoms, and we know about the atoms because it was in the syllabus in class 9. And for atoms we know all about that. There is the nucleus and there is electrons on the orbits, and the electrons on the last orbit is known as the valence electron, and this orbit is also known as the valence. Okay, and electrons on the last orbit is known as the valence electron. Okay. Now, it is very efficient and very important of these important contributions during the formation of the bond of these last electrons or the valence electrons. And there is no contributions of other electrons except the valence electrons during the formations of the compound, either in the ionic bond or in the covalent bond. हम लोग आज पढ़ने जा रहे हैं कि आयोनिक बॉन्ड एंड कोवलेंट बॉन्ड कैसे बनता है और ये क्या चीज़ है। और सबसे पहले हम लोग ये जानेंगे कि सब एटम में क्या होता है। एटम में सबसे लास्ट ऑर्बिट है और लास्ट ऑर्बिट के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को हम लोग कहते हैं वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन। एंड इसी का कंट्रीब्यूशन होता है किसी कंपाउंड के बनने में, चाहे वाटर हो, चाहे लाइम वाटर हो, चाहे नाइट्रोजन हो, चाहे ऑक्सीजन हो, कुछ भी हो, जो भी कंपाउंड मिलता है इन सब का ग्रेट कंट्रीब्यूशन होता है। नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल there is a topic, what is the ionic valency or the electrovalency. So first of all, what is the valency? And first of all, what is the chemical bond? We know that the molecules, we know about what is molecules. Molecules is the when two or more atoms combine together and it forms the bond. And they what is the molecules? When two or more atoms combine together through a particular force, and this combination is known as the compound, and the force through which it combined together is known as the chemical bond. Bond means what? They attract together and they sandwich together. And what is ionic valency? Ionic valency, we know that the last valence number of valence electrons which are contributed, okay, which are contributed for the formations of the chemical bond is known as the ionic valency. मतलब कि अगर कोई एटम इसका लास्ट वाला ऑर्बिट है, मान लो दो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, तो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन 2 है, इसमें भी है 2, ठीक है। इसमें क्या है कि एक लॉस करेगा, दूसरा गेन भी कर सकता है, या फिर शेयरिंग करेगा। 2 ही तरीका होता है, लॉस गेन और शेयरिंग। मतलब कि इसका शेयरिंग हम लोग कुछ देर बाद पढ़ेंगे। इसमें क्या हुआ कि अगर जो है इसमें अगर मेटल्स है तो वो क्या करता है, इलेक्ट्रॉन को लॉस कर देता है। तो ये इलेक्ट्रॉन लॉस किया तो इसका वैलेंसी हो गया +2, और अगर जो है ये गेन किया तो इसका वैलेंसी हो गया -2। मेटल जो है लॉस करता है और ये +2 हो जाता है। तो करने के बाद इलेक्ट्रॉन कम हो गया, तो मतलब पॉजिटिविटी ज्यादा आ गई। पॉजिटिविटी जब ज्यादा बढ़ गई तो उसको हम लोग पॉजिटिव से प्लस से शो करते हैं। तो आयोनिक वैलेंसी इज नथिंग बट द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स which have great contribution in the formations of the chemical bond. Okay, and there is also mentioned that the धात जो होते हैं वो लेट्स अगर कोई भी मेटल्स है, अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन लॉस करता है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन जाहिर सी बात है लॉस करेगा ही। अगर 2 लॉस किया तो उसको +2 उसका वैलेंसी हो गया, और जो एक दिया तो जाहिर सी बात है लेने वाला भी होगा, जो लेगा उसका वैलेंसी होगा -2। ओके, दोनों बैलेंस रहेगा 0। ओके, what is the ionic bond? And this chapter is consists in 2 parts. First one is the ionic bond and second one is the covalent bond. Then now we are entering in the first part, which is the ionic bond, also known as the electrovalent bond. Okay, ionic bond or electrovalent bond, there is no different but they are same. What is the ionic bond? The definition of ionic bond is same as that of the chemical bond, but there is some difference, because in ionic bond what we see in ionic bonding, when 2 or more valence electrons are combined together and form the compounds, and their contribution is also maybe by 2 types. First of all by loss or gain, and second one is by sharing. First one is the loss or gain. Here is also mentioned that मुखालिफ चार्ज रखने वाले 2 एटमों के दरमियान इलेक्ट्रॉन के मुंतकल होने के से जो कॉमन मुंतकल होना, ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है। माने ये ट्रांसफर हो जा रहा है एक जगह से दूसरे, जैसे यहाँ पर ट्रांसफर हो रहा था, लास्ट ऑर्बिट पे जो भी इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा। तो ट्रांसफर हो जाने के बाद जाहिर सी बात है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह गया तो वो लेने वाला भी होगा, देने वाला है तो लेने वाला भी है। इस तरह से लेन देन से जो भी बॉन्डिंग होता है या फिर जो भी बॉन्डिंग होता है उसको आयोनिक इलेक्ट्रोवैलेंट बॉन्डिंग कहते हैं या आयोनिक बॉन्डिंग कहते हैं। उससे जो कंपाउंड बना उसको आयोनिक कंपाउंड कहते हैं। वेरी सिंपल, द कंपाउंड दैट फॉर्म्स बाय द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन ड्यूरिंग द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कंपाउंड, द कंपाउंड दैट फॉर्म इज नोन एज द आयोनिक कंपाउंड। वेरी सिंपल, व्हाट इज द एग्जांपल, एंड यू मस्ट हैव टू राइट एन एग्जांपल इफ एनी definitions come in the exam like that of this. We have to learn only 2 or 1, not more than that, right? Okay, it should not be the burden by remembering of these a lot number of examples. No, only 1 or 2 example is sufficient, and it carries a plus point. Okay, now what is the properties of ionic compounds? The compounds when formed by the transformations of the electrons, not by sharing of electrons, then what does they consist of, and they have the properties by if they formed by the transformations of electrons. अगर transformations electron का transformation होता है तो उस वजह से इसमें कौन कौन से properties आते हैं, and at the same time we also read about what will be the chemical or physical properties of the compound who forms by the sharing, this is the second part. We will read it in the second part. Okay, the first part we are going to ionic compound, and we have also read the definition. Now what is the physical state? Physical states means what it look like that of the in the liquid, in the solid, or in the gaseous states, or the crystallines or not. These all comes in the physical states. And what is the physical states of the ionic compound here? What is the physical states? At the normal temperature, if you observe, it will be like that of solid crystal. What is the crystal? In crystal, in Urdu, we known as the kalami. Okay, not this is the pencil and kalam. Like the same, but it is known as the kalami. Like that of thos. Means this is the solid crystalline. Means like that of there is sugar. Is the crystalline. Okay, so its form looks like that of the sugar type. Means solid crystalline. Okay, because the forms by the different charges, like that of type 1 is transfer from 1 electrons, then the second one is first one is gain and second one is loss. Then through this process, if a compound is formed, is nothing but the ionic compound. What will be its nature? Its nature will be solid crystalline. Okay, at what temperature? At the normal temperature. This comes in generally comes in the short questions, or it also ask the questions write up properties of the ionic compound, as well as the style of asking question in the examination is also in the form of the MCQ or multiple choice question. Okay, what is the physical state? Okay, we have also read over the physical states. Okay, it is too solid and stability. It is not that stability. If it becomes solid, then it will also stable. Means there is one thing. If this it will be this solid, then it will also obviously it will be the stable. Okay. Why about? Because this is the formation of the ionic compound on the basis of the transformation of electrons. One loses electrons, and second one is the gain of electrons. And due to the formation of this, the physical natures will be at the the crystalline solid, and at the normal temperature, and as well as they have solidity and stability also. What will be? It's a melting point and the boiling points. ये melting point कितना होगा, boiling point कितना होगा? Now the ionic the melting point and the boiling points very high, because it has become so solid, stable. So breaking these bonds, we need a huge and large amount of energy. So if anybody's are in the so strong, what will you do? You have to fight. You have to more powerful to break down and to lose them. So if you want to win, you have to more power. If the front persons are heavy, so in the same case, अगर कोई सामने वाला अगर मजबूत हो, तो हमको जीतने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? सामने वाला मजबूत हो तो हम लोग जीतने के लिए क्या करते हैं? और ज़्यादा पावर लगाते हैं मजबूती से, क्योंकि सामने वाला का जितना पावर है उससे ज़्यादा हमको पावर होना चाहिए जीतने के लिए. बिल्कुल सही. यहाँ पर जो सख्त और मुस्तहकम है, इसको तोड़ने के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा एनर्जी लगेगी. तो इसका जो है नुक्ता पिघला और नुक्ता उबाल बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. कोई भी चीज़ हमेशा याद रखना, कोई भी चीज़ अगर ज़्यादा सख्त है, मुस्तहकम है, सॉलिडिटी है, वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट इट्स melting points and its boiling point will be too high. Okay, as for example, नमक हम लोग जो खाते हैं NaCl, सोडियम क्लोराइड, its melting point is 820 degrees centigrade. Like we have everybody's house, it is easily available in everybody's house, but if you burn it, it will not burn. Okay, how many temperatures it needs to melt? 820. And nokta ubal means at what temperatures it becomes to begin to boil? 1600 means there is double of the melting points. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss about the electrical conductivity and the remaining part of the ionic compound. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment box as well as in my the WhatsApp. Thank you.